This is Arithmetic Lesson 54. Today we're going to start by learning the 13 subtraction family after we have warmed up reviewing the 13 addition family. So get your clappers ready. Instead of doing my thighs, since you can't see my thighs, I'm going to clap on my table here in front of me. You can do it on your desk or you can stand up and do it on your thighs. We're going to start with 0 plus 13 equals, and then remember we put our hands like this for the answer, which when we're doing addition is sum. So we'll do addend, and then the plus sign, and then the other addend when we're clapping on our desk, and then the equal sign, and then the answer. All right, ready? 0 plus 13 equals 13. 1 plus 12 equals 13. 2 plus 11 equals 13. 3 plus 10 equals 13. 4 plus 9 equals 13. 5 plus 8 equals 13. 6 plus 7 equals 13. Now we're here going up at the bottom. 7 plus 6 equals 13. 8 plus 5 equals 13. 9 plus 4 equals 13. 10 plus 3 equals 13. 11 plus 2 equals 13. 12 plus 1 equals 13. 13 plus 0 equals 13. All right, we got a little fast there at the end, but that's okay. We knew those. Now, I'm going to review a few more things here to help you with the 13 addition, and that'll also help you with the 13 subtraction, because we didn't really get to talk about the 13 addition last week when we first started learning it. Oh, like that noise there? All right, now, most of these you already know, right? We already know these and these and these. At least we should. If we have an odd number and we're adding 2, then we're going to get to an odd number, which is 13. Basically, we're just skipping 12 and getting to 13. Instead of adding 1, we're adding 2. So, all right, so that's easy too. Now, this one is going to be easy because if you've got 10 plus 3 or 3 plus 10, either way, you've got that 0 there. 0 plus 3 is going to be 3, and then you just bring your 1 down because 1 plus nothing is 1. So those two should be also easy for us. So now the trickiest ones are going to be these 3 and their twins. Of course, if we know this one, we already know that one. If we know this one, we know that one. If we know this one, we know that one. I'm going to help you with this one here, because actually that is not that difficult to remember. Here's why. I call this a double plus 1. We know that 6 plus 6 is 12, right? Okay, so if we had 6 plus 6 plus 1 more, then we'd have 13, right? Because 6 plus 1 is 7. So 6 plus 7 is 13. So that's called our double. 6 plus 6 plus 1 more. Double plus 1 is 13. So 6 plus 7 is 13. And so also 7 plus 6 is 13. So then we're left with these main ones, 4 plus 9 and 5 plus 8. Now, let's talk about 4 plus 9. Whenever you add something to 9, this over here in the ones place is going to be 1 less than what's here. So that might help you remember it when you're adding something to 9. Let's see if that pattern works. We've got, if we had 1 plus 9, then over here would be a 0 instead of a 1. We would have 10. 1 plus 9 is 10. If we have 2 plus 9, then what we put over here has to be 1 less than 2, which is 1. Yes, 2 plus 9 is 11. All right, so the pattern is working. What if we have 3 plus 9? 3 plus 9. Okay, so over here we're going to put a 2 instead of a 3. And 3 plus 9 is 12. So it just kind of helps us because adding digits to 9 can be a little bit tricky. All right, so if we've got 4 plus 9, which is on what we've got here, then instead of a 4, we're going to put a 3 over here, just 1 less than 4. And so 4 plus 9 is 13. And 5 plus 8, we're just going to remember. All right, so we got some tricks to help us a little bit. Now, on the subtraction, if you look at your paper, you've got vultures. That's the front side has your flag for Kenya, and it looks like this. It's got a little map of what the country of Kenya would look like inside of Africa, because it's on the continent of Africa. But on the back, that's what we're working on now. You've got your vultures, and you're going to use them to help you figure out the 13 subtraction family. Another way you could do it is you could put me on pause and you could look at this chart and you could turn them around backwards, right? You could say, oh, 13 minus 13 is 0, and 13 minus 12 is 1, and 13 minus 11 is 2, and 13 minus 10 is 3, and 13 minus 9 is 4, and 13 minus 8 is 5, and 13 minus 7 is 6. Or you could do it the same thing over on this side. So I'm going to let you see the chart if you want to do it that way. Or what you can do is you can take your vultures, and the first one says 13 minus 8. So you can cover up 8 of your vultures. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so I covered 8 of my vultures. How many are not covered now? Well, I tried to cover 8. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8. There, I'll do it that way so we'll be more precise. All right, so how many do I have that are not covered? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 are not covered. So that means that 13 minus 8 is 5. So you can do it that way. Some of them you're already going to know, aren't you? You might go through and just do the ones you know first and then go back and check out the chart or cover your vultures to figure out the other ones. So I'm going to look at that when you turn in your work. So come back to that. Right now we're going to go on to section 2. I'm going to call out some combinations, and they are not, oh, there is one for the 13 family. So I'm going to try to cover that up and see if you can remember it. Okay, my head's covering the chart. Here we go. A, 12 minus 8. B, 7 plus 3. This is just practice. Relax. If you can't get it, just try. C, 6 plus 7. D, 11 minus 7. E, 5 plus 8. Ooh, that was the hard one. Okay, let's see. Let's see how you did. We had some from all different families, didn't we? Okay, A was 4. 12 minus 8 is 4. B is 10. 7 plus 3 is 10. C was one of the new ones. 6 plus 7 is 13. That was the double plus 1 that we talked about. Instead of 6 plus 6 is 12, 6 plus 7 is 13. D, 11 minus 7 was 4. Remember what I told you about the 7-11? I have 4 people in my family. We like to go to 7-Eleven and get 4 Slurpees. So I like to think of those numbers going together. 7 with 11 and 4. And 11 minus 7 is 4. So your answer should be 4. All right, and E was the tricky one, 5 plus 8. Remember I said we just kind of have to remember that one, and that is 13. All right, let's go to section 3, and we're going to just kind of work on this story problem together. This is another one of those kind of story problems where you have to figure it out one step at a time, and we can't figure out the last thing until we figured out the previous, because everything is going to build one upon another. All right, so Abasi and Gianna live in Kenya. Their parents took them to visit Nairobi National Park. They saw 5 black rhinoceros. They saw 2 fewer lions than rhinoceros. They spotted 6 more zebras than lions. They saw twice as many giraffes as lions. How many rhinoceroses? Oh my goodness. Okay, so that was a lot, a mouthful. Now let's go back and circle the important things. Their parents, Abasi and Gianna, live in Kenya. Their parents took them to visit Nairobi National Park. They saw 5 black rhinoceros. They saw 2 fewer lions than rhinoceros. They spotted 6 more zebras than lions. They saw twice as many giraffes as lions. How many rhinoceros? All right, what did you circle? Did you circle 5 black rhinoceros? Did you circle 2 fewer? Yeah, that word fewer is going to be important there. Did you circle 6 more? And did you circle twice? Twice. Okay, now let's get started working on it. Okay, so first it just asks how many rhinoceros. So let's start with that number. And that's the first number they gave you, is 5. So just write the number 5 in that blank. That's how many rhinoceros. So we have to know that before we can do anything else. Now, they saw 2 fewer lions than rhinoceroses. So we're going to start for our combination where it says blank rhinoceroses minus blank equals how many lions. So we start with 5 rhinoceroses, and we're going to subtract 2 because there were 2 fewer or less lions than rhinoceroses. So how many lions are there? 3. Because 5 minus 2 is 3. So the word fewer let us know that we were going to subtract there. All right, now we're going to start the next line with how many lions? Well, 3, because we figured out that there are 3 lions. So let's start this combination with 3. And the next part said they spotted 6 more zebras than lions. So there were 6 more zebras than lions, 6 more. So that means we're going to add 6. There are 6 more zebras than lions. So how many zebras are there? That's right, 9 zebras. 9 zebras. Now, the last line, oh, they're getting a little tricky. It's not starting with zebras, is it? It's starting with lions again. So we're going to have to start again with the number 3. And then it says they saw twice. We're on the bottom line of the story problem. They saw twice as many giraffes as lions. So to figure out how many giraffes, we have to start with the lions with the number 3, because that's how many lions were seen, and they saw twice as many giraffes. So what does twice as many mean? It means we're going to double it. We're going to put the number 3 twice, and we're going to add it to make a double, because there were twice as many giraffes as lions. So that means there are how many giraffes? That's right, 6. Did you get that? If you didn't, rewind me and listen again. All right, we're going to work on clocks now, and then we will work a little bit on money, and then we'll be, I think, I might call out a few long combinations for you just to keep you in practice, but we'll see. Okay, all right, I might have a money problem for you. Now, we know that shorthand tells the hour, longhand tells the minute, and if we go a quarter of the way around the clock, then that's 15 minutes. So that would be 1:15. Remember? If we go half past, then that's 1:30 because a half hour is 30 minutes. If we go a quarter till, then that is 1:45, but it's also called a quarter till 2. Now, today on your paper, you're going to get to set the clocks to show the time. So I'm going to draw a clock on my board in a flash and get you do the first one with you, and then see if you can do the other 3 on your own. Let me see if I can get this done fast. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I like to draw a clock. I did my circle already, and I've got my 12 at the top and 6 goes at the bottom. And then I like to remember that over on this side is the 3 and over on this side is the 9. And when I get that set up like that, then I can just put my other numbers and space them evenly here. There's my 1 and 2, and here's my 4 and 5, and here's my 7 and 8, and here's my 9 and, oh, I've already got 9, and here's my 10 and 11. There we go. All right, now, that's just my middle point. So we're going to try to do quarter after 3. So you think in your mind, what would 3 o'clock look like? It would be, let me show you this one. It would be, right, the shorthand on the 3 and the longhand straight up. 3 o'clock. You've known that since first grade at least. All right, but if we're going to do quarter after 3, that's just a quarter after is just 15 minutes, right? So we're going to make the shorthand point just a little bit past the 3. It's not going to be too far past the 3. It's not going to be halfway between the 3 and the 4 yet because it's not half past 3. It's just a quarter past 3. So a quarter after 3 or a quarter past 3. And our longhand is going to go all the way really, really long right at the 3. Because remember, that 3 means 15 minutes. All right. So did you get that one? Let's try, okay, we'll do one more together because the next one actually is tricky. All right. Let's see. What do they want us to do for the next clock? The red clock, they want us to do quarter till 9. All right, quarter till is more tricky because you're getting close to the next hour. If it's quarter till 9, it's not 9 o'clock yet. So don't put your shorthand on the 9. It's getting close to 9. A quarter till 9 means that our shorthand is going to look like it's almost pointing to the 9. See that? It's really getting close to the 9, but it's not 9 yet. And if it's quarter till 9, then that means the minute hand is going to have to come over here to 45 minutes, right? Because that's what it is, 45 minutes. So actually, if this is a quarter till 9, it's actually 8:45 is how we would write that time. If you were looking at a digital clock, that's what it would say, 8:45. But it's quarter till 9. So that's what your hand should look like. So see if you can do the gray one and the green one on your own. I am putting some links in the lesson plans today that are just 2 short videos to just show you the clocks, show you, not just showing you the answers, but to just help you understand it more, and they move quickly, and they've got good visuals, so you can look at those also if you're having trouble with the clocks, or even if you aren't, they're just kind of fun. All right, the other thing is that we've been working with coins, so we want to practice counting by 25s, and let's see how many ways we can make $1, but we are running out of time here. So let's quickly count by 25s. Ready? 25, 50, 75, 100. All right, and if we went on, we would just repeat that pattern. 125, 150, 175, 200, 225, 250, 275, 300, and so on and so on. So how many quarters does it take to make $1? 4. Right, 4 quarters to make $1. Are there any other ways that we could make $1? Well, guess what? We could also make $1. We could take 2 dimes and a nickel to make 25 cents. So 3 quarters and 2 dimes and a nickel would also equal $1. Let's count them. 25, 50, 75, 85, 95, $1 or 100. Or we could just say, well, this is another quarter. So 25, 50, 75, $1. All right, what if we just had 2 quarters, 50 cents, and we want to choose dimes? How many dimes would we need to make $1? Yeah, 5 more dimes would make $1. Uh-oh, I only have 4 dimes. What should I do? Well, I could put 10 more pennies, right? So we've got 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Or what if I just put 2 nickels? There we go, 95, $1. It's fun. So I hope maybe you've got some coins at home that your parents will let you use, and you can figure out different ways to make $1. Sometimes it's fun to just think, how many different ways would it take to make a quarter? Well, I could do 25 pennies. I could do, how many nickels would it take to equal a quarter? Well, let's see. 5, 10, 15, whoops, that's not a nickel. 15, 20, oh, one more. 25 cents. That one's not going to stick. Okay. Oh, I don't have another nickel. What am I going to do? Oh, let's see. What if I use 5 pennies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there. That's a way to make 25 cents. So this amount is the same as a quarter. Okay, so let's do a quick story problem. And then I will let you go and get busy on your worksheet, finishing the back and also doing the front. All right, let me see. What am I going to say? All right, let's talk about Cody. His mother gave him $2.95 to go to the store and buy a gallon of milk. Wow, that's a good price. I wish I could get a gallon for that price. And he has 2 $1 bills, 3 quarters, and 3 dimes. Does he have enough money? He's got 2 $1 bills, 3 quarters, and 3 dimes. 2 $1 bills, 3 quarters, and 3 dimes. Do you think he has enough? All right. Some of you are saying, I can't tell. I can't imagine this in my brain. All right, it's good to try to imagine it, but since sometimes that is difficult, let's go ahead and look at it now. So he's got 2 $1 bills, and what did we say? 3 quarters and 3 dimes. Okay. So let me make sure I'm right here. Yeah, okay, and 3 dimes. So, well, that's even more than $3, isn't it? Because you've got $2 here and 75 cents here. And then if we had 2 dimes and a nickel, that would be like another quarter, but we've actually got 3 dimes. So that is a little more than $3. So he definitely has enough money, doesn't he? Because he only needs $2.95. And how much money would that be? Well, here it'd be $2. And then I just like to count the coins separately. 25, 50, 75. And then 10 more. 75, 85, 95. Oh my goodness. That would bring us up to $1 and $3, because we got to remember we had these. $3.05. So he definitely has enough money. All right. Oh, one other thing. Oh my goodness. I forgot. This is just something that I want you to give you to think about. That's kind of different, but it's not hard. Is if we had 23 plus what would equal 98, how would you do that? Well, first you'd have to do the ones column. You just have to think 3 plus what is 8? Well, 3 plus 5 is 8. And now do the tens. 2 plus what is 9? 2 plus 7 is 9. Well, let's make sure it works. 3 plus 5 is 8. 2 plus 7 is 9. So 23 plus 75 is 98. Yeah, we're getting really good at all kinds of things, aren't we? Okay, so just follow the directions on your paper, and I think you'll be able to do everything. See you later, alligator.